Hi everybody, Dazz here again for another rendition of The Black Woman by Tony Cade, published back in 1970. Still relevant to today. So today we are going to read The Diary of an African Nun by Alice Walker. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Alice Walker. So without further ado, this is about 2 pages. It's saying it's a diary, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Roman numerals, little breakdowns, I guess, if you guys can see it. Anyways, I will read it. Here goes. The Diary of an African Nun by Alice Walker. This is from the summer of 1968. A song of 69. Okay, this is 68. Okay, here goes. The Diary of an African Nun by Alice Walker. Our mission school is at the foot of lovely Uganda mountains and is a resting place for travelers. Classrooms in daylight, a hotel when the sun sets. The question is in the eyes of all who come here. Why are you, so young, so beautiful perhaps, a nun? The Americans cannot understand my humility. I bring them clean sheets and towels and return their too much money and candid smiles. They cannot understand this, but they think it a good thing. The German guests are very different. They do not offer money but praise. The sight of a black nun strikes their sentimentality. And as I am unalterably rooted in native ground, they consider me a work of primitive art. Housed in a magical color, the incarnation of civilization, anti-heathenism, and the fruit of a triumphing idea. They are coolly passionate and smile at me lecherously with speculative crystal eyes of bright historical blue. The French find me charmante and would like to paint a picture. The Italians, used as they are to the habit, concern themselves with the giant cockroaches in the latrines and give me hardly a glance, except in reproach for them. I am, perhaps as I should be, Gloria Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. I am a wife of Christ, a wife of the Catholic Church, the wife of a celibate martyr and saint. I was born in this township, a village civilized by American missionaries. All my life, I have lived here within walking distance of the Ruwenzori Mountains, mountains which show themselves only once a year under the blazing heat of spring. 2. When I was younger, in a bright blue school uniform and bare feet, I came every day to the mission school. Good morning, I chanted to the people I met, but especially to the nuns and priests who taught at my school. I did not then know that they could not have children. They seemed so productive and full of intense regal life. I wanted to be like them, and now I am. Shrouded in whiteness like the mountains I see from my window. At 20, I earned the right to wear this dress, never to be without it, always to bathe myself in cold water, even in winter, and to wear my mission-cropped hair well covered, my nails clean and neatly clipped. The boys I knew as a child are kind to me now and gentle, and I see them married and kiss their children, each one of them so much what our Lord wanted. Did he not say, "Suffer little children to come unto me"? But we have not yet been so lucky, and we never shall. At night, I sit in my room until 7. Then I go obediently to bed. Through the window, I can hear the drums, smell the roasting goat's meat, feel the rhythm of the festive chants, and I sing my own chants in response to theirs. Pater Noster, qui et in caelis, sanctificetur, nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in caelo et in terra. My chant is less old than theirs. They do not know this. They do not even care. Do I care? Must I still ask myself whether it was my husband who came down bodiless from the sky, son of a proud father and flesh once upon the earth, who first took me and claimed the innocence of my body? Or was it the drum beats, messengers of the sacred dance of life and deathlessness on earth? Must I still long to be within the black circle around the red, glowing fire, to feel the breath of love hot against my cheeks, the smell of love so strong about my waiting thighs? Must I still tremble at the thought of the passion stifled beneath this voluminous rustling snow? How long must I sit by my window before I lower you down from the sky? Pale lover who never knew the dance and could not do it. I bear your colors. I am in your livery. I belong to you. Will you not come down and take me? Or are you even less passionate than your father who took but could not show his face? Silence as the dance continues. Now they will be breaking the wine, cutting the goat's meat in sinuous streaks. Teeth will clutch it, wring it. Cruel, greedy, greasy lips will curl over it in an ecstasy which has never ceased wherever there were goats and men. The wine will be hot from the fire. It will cut through the obscene clutter on those lips and turn them from their goat's meat to that other. At midnight, a young girl will come to the circle, hidden in black. She will not speak to anyone. She has said, "Good morning," to them all many mornings, and has decided to be like them. She will begin the dance, every eye following the flashes of her oiled, slippery body, every heart pounding to the flat clacks of her dusty feet. She will dance to her lover with arms stretched upward to the sky, but her eyes are leveled at her lover, one of the crowd. He will dance with her. The tempo will increase. All the crowd can see the weakening of her knees, can feel in their own loins the loosening of her rolling thighs. Her lover makes her wait until she's in a frenzy, tearing off her clothes and scratching at the narrow cloth he wears. The eyes of the crowd are forgotten. The final taking is unbearable as they rock through the oldest dance. The flames roar, and the purple bodies crumple and are still. And the dancing begins again, and the whole night is a repetition of the dance of life and the urgent fire of creation. Dawn breaks finally to the acclaiming cries of babies. 5. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. And in heaven, would the ecstasy be quite as fierce and sweet? Sweet sister, they will say, have we not yet made a convert of you? Will you yet be a cannibal and eat up the life that is Christ because it eases your palate? What must I tell my husband? To say the truth would mean oblivion, to be forgotten for another 1,000 years. Still, perhaps I shall answer this to him who took me. Dearly beloved, let me tell you about the mountains in the spring. The mountains that we see around us are black. It is the snow that gives them their icy whiteness. In the spring, the hot black soil melts the crust of snow on the mountains, and the water as it runs down the sheets of fiery rock burns and cleanses the naked bodies that come to wash in it. It is when the snow melts that the people here plant their crops. The soil of the mountains is rich, and it produces plentiful and good. What have I or my mountains to do with a childless marriage, or with eyes that can see only the snow, or with you or friends of yours who do not believe that you are really dead, pious, faithful, who do not yet realize that barrenness is death? Or perhaps I might say, leave me alone, I will do your work. Or what is more likely, I will say nothing of my melancholia at your lack of faith in the spring. For what is my faith in the spring and in the eternal melting of snows, you will ask. But your belief in the resurrection. Could I convince one so wise that my belief bears more fruit? How teach a barren world to dance? It is a contradiction that divides the world. My mouth must be silent then, though my heart jumps to the booming of the drums as to the last strong pulse of life in a dying world. For the drums will soon, one day, be silent. I will help muffle them forever. To assure life for my people in this world, I must be among the lying ones and teach them how to die. I will turn their dance into prayers to an empty sky, and their lovers into dead men, and their babies into unsung chants that choke their throat each spring. 6. In this way will the wife of a loveless, barren, hopeless Western marriage broadcast the joys of an enlightened religion to an imitative people. Well, damn. Ouch, Alice. Interesting. Black men, drum beats, dancers. I see you, Alice. I see you. Well, this was the Diary of an African Nun. Of course, leave your comments and share and like. And we will be here next week for another reading. Oh my gosh, we are almost finishing with this book. This is so good. This was The Black Woman. So share it with the sisters. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.